What's going on, travel family? Happy holidays. I hope everybody enjoyed. It's your girl Tay, aka the Travel Plug, and I'm coming to bring you some updates for the coming new year about Southwest Airlines. So Southwest have been making a lot of changes lately, and the changes are going to continue coming. Starting January 27th of 2026, Southwest is implementing new changes in regards to plus-sized or curvier passengers. Honey, I'm glad I didn't have no extra servings at Christmas, because what Southwest is doing, they are now removing the free seats that were offered at the gate for plus-size passengers. What that means is now if you can no longer fit in one seat with the armrest down, you are now required to purchase an additional seat at the time of booking. So if you decide to wait to purchase a ticket until you get to the airport, you may be denied boarding. So when you book your flights, make sure that you book an additional ticket if you know that you oftentimes have issues fitting in the seat with the armrest down. So when it comes to this new rule that's being implemented, there's also a lot of specifications and conditions that come along with this. So when it comes to, there's opportunities to get refunds with this seat, but they're very specific. So if it's a second row seat, it's limitations on how you can try and go about getting a refund. So it has to be the same fare class, and if the flight has to have at least one empty seat to be able to be eligible for refund, and the refund must be requested within 90 days of the flight departure. So Southwest is getting very particular about how they're doing things. Also, this all goes into alignment with all the changes that they've been doing recently as far as removing the free bags and implementing seat assignments. And with those new seat assignments are now 3 categories of seatings: that's standard, preferred, and the extra legroom. And each of these seat categories come with a price, and they increase in increments depending on which category you purchase. So it's all moving in a direction that I, particularly as a frequent Southwest flyer and whom holds a Southwest credit card, I'm not particularly feeling these changes. So what do you guys think? How are you feeling about the changes? And as an additional note, for my Southwest flyers who have disabilities, I know that in the past, if when you book your flights, it typically there's that little box that you can check that asks if you have a wheelchair or if you need wheelchair assistance and things of that nature. And that gave you the ability to board before everyone, including those who paid for pre-boarding. And with that, oftentimes you were able to sit in the front row, or at least the first 2 rows. I called Southwest myself yesterday to find out how this would affect persons with disabilities with all these new seat assignments. And I was told that people who request disability assistance or wheelchair assistance, they still are able to pre-board. However, those first 2 rows are no longer an option for you, because now those first 2 rows are considered preferred seating. Those are the seats that are high paying seats, because that's the seats with the extra leg room. So you're still able to pre-board and you'll get your first pick of the open seating, but you no longer get the option of sitting in those first 2 rows. The only way to get those rows are if you are disabled to the point of needing constant assistance or needing to be fed or things of that nature. So it's a lot of changes that Southwest is, putting into place, and it's all really about that dollar. And I think they're gonna lose a lot of passengers, but that's just one girl's opinion. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are feeling about this. This needs to be a conversation, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Will you continue to fly with Southwest? This is gonna be an interesting traveling year in 2026. I can see it coming. But as always, travel family, I love you guys. Mwah. Travel more, see the world. I love you. Bye.